find out how much I weigh, they're like, whoa, you don't even look like you're 200 pounds. Or for better words, they say, you carry it well. I'm like, nah, my knees hurt sometimes from carrying all this ass, but, it does not look like I'm 200 pounds, though.
Is there like a certain like outfit you wear that where your ass just show out the most or where it pop out the most?
I'm a creature of habit. I like wearing shorts because that's just my thing. Shorts and leggings. I'm always in my comfort zone inside of my home. And those particularly, of course, show the projection of my ass. Oh, and recently I started, investing into these maxi dresses and whatnot because my sister said I needed a new style. So that also shows off my ass a lot. I have on a really nice one today, actually.
Okay. So you wear like maxi dresses? Are those like sundresses?
Yeah, they like the sundresses. The shit that people be looking for during the summer with no panties on.
Okay. Are you saying you wear panties with your sundresses or?
I do wear panties with my dress.
Why you say you have to?
Gotta keep my panties on.
Okay, so you don't be out there free balling?
Nah. It just depends on the day. And then again, I'm most likely home.
Okay.
If I'm dressed like that in any manner, like if I ain't got no panties on or something, I'll steal off without a bra. I don't think there's not a woman in this world that won't admit that will, not be afraid to say something like that. I will steal off without a bra. That's no problem. But like my panties, like I said, if I'm in my comfort zone, definitely no, I don't have on panties. I'm going out and about, handling my business, shopping. Yes, I have on my panties.
Facts. So I guess with like gray leggings or whatever, it's just like you get a lot of attention that like it be showing a lot.
Yes, definitely.
Right. That's in the gray leggings, right?
Yeah.
Facts. Okay.
In my gray leggings, sometimes in my black ones too.
Okay. It's just something about gray that just shows off a lot. It must be, ain't it?
I mean, yeah, women, we got this thing we want to see guys in gray sweatpants. It shows off everything.
Right. Do you be looking at guys in their gray sweatpants?
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't.
Facts. Okay. Facts. Can you like tell what big dick energy
is? Repeat your question.
Like Mulatto got a song called Big Dick Energy. Can you tell when a guy has big dick energy?
Yeah, I can tell.
How? Like, what are some of the steps that like you can tell?
It's not really It's not really like any like a whole bunch of steps to it. It's just kind of how that gentleman carries themselves. And even if even if it's not the size that you might think it is, it's the energy behind it. Sometimes you just gotta know what you're doing with it.
Right. So, like, what's a good D size for you?
A good one for me. Comfortable one for me. Probably be anywhere between 8 and 10.
Oh wow, that's huge right there.
It is, but when you are pretty good at what you do and you like what you do, it's nothing.
Hold up, pop your shit, Renee. So like, what do you like? That's like average dick size they say is like 5.5 inches. So like, that's like porn star size.
Right, and that's cool. I'm not knocking it. Just you asked me what was my preference, what I prefer, and I do prefer that. Other sizes below it is not a problem. It's just that was my preference on it. But yeah, like I said, when you're good at what you do, when you like what you do, you ain't really fucked up about the size.
Facts. So, okay, with 8 inches, like, because you got a lot of ass back there, that's why you require, like, more? That's why you saying?
No, it's just because that's what I like. It has nothing to do with the requirements of, because of my ass. Although I will tell a person, you in some deep shit, trying to come up to me with 4.5 inches of dick and you see all this ass on me, like, you must be about to stay buried between my legs or something.
Facts. So that was the smallest you ever had smashed before? Like 4 inches?
No, it was 6.
That was too small for you?
6. No, it wasn't too small. Like I said, it just depends on what you're doing with it, how you handle yourself. And he handled himself very well. Matter of fact, it lasted a long time.
Okay. Fact. You care about the length, the girth, the width, or?
I like to look into. I like the girth. You know, if I had to pick like which one I prefer over each other, you know, between length and girth, I would. I like to look at the girth of it. You know, I need that to be. I need that to be pretty thick.
Facts, facts. Okay. Are you currently in a relationship?
I am currently talking to someone who has my attention fully right now. But, you know, with us having the great relationship that we have, I'm able to, you know, grow and be myself and, you know, still get to have what I want from him. So I guess you could call it a situationship for now.
Okay, facts. Okay, do you feel like a guy liking another girl's pictures on some like social media? Would you consider that cheating?
No, that's that. You know, I don't consider that cheating, and I think it's very petty that women, you know, get so upset about things so little. You know, like there's no way in the world, you know, a woman can't tell me she's not scrolling social media and she's double tapping, you know, somebody's pictures that she like. Not necessarily just liking that person, but just liking the picture. It's a freaking picture.
Do you make what about commenting on guys' pictures or whatever the case may be? Would you consider that cheating for guys or females?
I don't find those things to be cheating or anything like that. You know, people, we are all human. You like what you like. At the end of the day, you know, what it boils down to is you trusting your partner. And, you know, if you can't trust your partner behind some likes or some comments on a picture, then maybe you with the wrong person.
Do you leave comments on the guys' pictures if you like in a relationship?
Sometimes, I mean, I'm one of those people that like to observe a lot, but I mean, sometimes if I see something that I like, I may comment on it, or if I see something funny, 9 times out of 10 is probably something funny. If I see something funny, I definitely probably comment or reshare it or whatever. But, in a relationship or not in a relationship, that's me naturally. Like, you know, I feel to believe that when you, when you are in a relationship with someone, you shouldn't have to sacrifice or change who you are for the sake of that person. You know, you want to be yourself with that person and you want to be yourself without that person. You know, of course, some things changes, you know, how you view, you know, maybe that person and whatnot like that. But again, like trust, loyalty, you get those things in order first. Get those things in order first, and everything else falls suit. There's not nothing that you guys can argue about that you can't come back from.
Facts. Okay. What size is your titties? Is that, you know?
Now they are currently a 38 double D. I used to previously be a 46 triple D. And 2015, I had a breast reduction.
Okay. What made you get the lipo? I don't know if I asked you that.
It was me just wanting to sculpt my body more. I still like wear my wraps and everything for me to do that too. So it was just me wanting it.
Okay. Do you feel like at 200 pounds you want to lose more weight, or you kind of like the weight you in?
I like to go back down to that 180. I think that it was not just because of how it looked on me, but it was comfortable.
Facts. Okay. Do you feel like when you having sex with guys, do you feel like it's hard to find for guys to last, or they nut quick, or what is the sex like?
Yeah, I definitely think it's hard for guys to last. You know, it. I had a moment, you know, for each time that a person was like, "Damn, I ain't never had that happen to me before." I'll be like, "Yeah, okay."
Is it kind of like disappointing, frustrating that they can't last?
It's disappointing when you don't follow up behind it, you know, like that's the disappointing part. You know, I understand if shit happens, it's been a minute, you know, whatever. So go on, take your little breather, drink your bottle of water, whatever, but we're not done. So that's where my head be at. But when you just like on some, whoa, man, I'm tired type thing, then I'm disappointed. And matter of fact, I'm not staying, I'm going home.
Right. Well, like, what's your go-to sex position?
My go-to sex position, oh man, I mean, like most typical people, my favorite one is doggy style. But you know, I don't really narrow down those things. You know, everybody's different. Each partner is different. You might find a different position that you like more because of the way this person, you know, likes to fuck you.
Okay, facts. Do you like to ride?
I do.
Ride on your feet, knees, or
Both.
Okay. Knees like Megan or?
Knees like Megan.
Okay, facts.
You know, actually knees just like Brie. I'm not gonna say like Megan. Megan's younger than me. I got respect for her game, and I love the energy she put out. But you know, like my knees, they've been doing this for a minute.
Okay, how old you is?
I am actually 28. I'll be 29 next in September actually.
Okay, right. On a scale of 1 to 10, how nasty are you? Freaky are you?
See, I can't really answer that with a solid number. And the reason why I say that, again, it just depends on my partner. And sometimes, you know, my partner could be, you know, where I'm at on that 10. And then sometimes I come across a partner that's more like a 6, you know, 7 or something. And I got to reel it in a little bit or I'm going to scare them off.
What you mean scare them off? You scared guys off with your pussies? What you said?
I have had a guy, you know, that was just like behooved that every time me and him messed around that, you know, everything happened so fast. He was just like, I don't know how you doing that shit. That shit's crazy. That's wild. He was like, but you give me every time. And I was just like, okay. And we had stopped talking for a minute. Like, I wasn't fucking with him for a while because I guess he just was more, maybe he was embarrassed, you know, that his stamina wasn't what he wanted it to be while being with me. But I didn't hold it against him. I'm a people pleaser, you know, like those things, they don't bother me unless you, like I said earlier, you want to just go ahead and go to sleep on me, then I'm going home.
Right. How long you feel like sex should last?
Again, that has variables. I personally think that a session should last you anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour, just depending on what you got going on that moment. But, you know, if y'all at home, there's some in-house dick, you know, what's wrong with all night? What's wrong with a couple of hours or something like that? Go to sleep, wake up, let's do some type thing.
Facts. Okay. Right. Do you, okay. When you, like, give head, do you include the balls?
I mean, I really feel like that's a necessary thing. I feel like that's a necessary. I mean, when you want somebody to include your balls.
Absolutely, of course.
Yeah, I mean, like I feel like that's a necessary thing. I mean, you know, girls, our libido, most women, you know, our libidos are much higher than men like to think, you know. And I like to think that a lot of women, you know, they reel it back, you know, for the sake of men's ego. Sometimes, you know, that it gets out of hand. But like, if you really, you know, wow a person, wow this woman, you know, you tend to the parts that make her want to fuck you, you mean she'll go all motherfucking night with you if you allow it.
Right.
She'll do some nasty shit. You know, you don't even have to ask her about your balls. She's been already talked about wanting to do it because that's what she want to do because of how you done made her feel.
Facts. Like, have you ever ate ass before?
I have not. I've had my ass eaten.
I can see why.
But no, I have not. I've never encountered that.
Okay. Would you eat a guy's ass if he asked you to?
I don't know that I would say yeah right off the bat on something like that. And the reason why I say that is because I feel like something of that caliber would have to be real personal, like you for me type thing.
Okay, so you kind of not totally out of the way not doing it type shit.
Yeah, like I'm not opposed to it, you know, like everybody has their thing. I don't know that I don't like it and I don't know that I would like it, but for my stipulation, you would have to be mine. Like, we're not fucking around, you know, it's a monogamous thing.
Right. Okay, gotcha. Okay. You like your ass eat from the front, the back, or?
The back. I say the back.
Okay. Facts. Like, do you like shower before you do it, or you just like, okay, right after work?
I like, me personally, I like to shower before I do any damn thing. I like to shower before I do anything, and after I do anything. But, you know, guys, I don't know about you, Jay, but, you know, I've come across a lot of guys that are just like, they want the all-day pussy. They want that when you've been at work all day in the same panties type pussy. You know, some of us, we comfortable with it, and other people, we just like can I get in the shower, please?
Like, nah, I'm kind of like that too. Like, shit, I like when you
Yeah,
got them
like,
work pants on. I don't give a damn.
you know, I asked somebody, you know, like, man, I wish I could smell your panties right now. You know, I was just like, damn, is it that deep? Bro, you been in them panties all fucking day. I know your pussy smell good.
I mean, yeah, like, I don't know, like, with the way your ass set up, like, I would suck a fart out your ass.
No, not a fart.
Yeah, I hope I ain't sound too thirsty just now, but yeah.
Man, that's funny as hell. I had somebody tell me that I was thicker than racism. I died laughing for like 1
Damn,
moment.
thicker than racial tension.
That man told me, you out here thicker than racism. I said, what?
Thicker than racial tension in the 50s.
I've had people walk up to me and they be like, man, like, shawty healthy. And I'm like, thank you? Question mark.
Do you give them your number after that?
The comments is wild.
Do you give them your number after that? Like, after they say something like that?
No, I'm not that, you know, like, easy going that way. I'm friendly. Like, don't get me wrong. You might find me, might hand out social media, like Instagram or Snapchat or something like that. Of course, I keep my business cards on me, and I hand them my business card or something. Like, if I decide that, they're worth me, spending my time on, because my time is valuable. Everybody's time is valuable. And one thing I hate for my time to be wasted and your time to be wasted. That's, who wants that?
Right. So what makes you want to fuck a guy or make you like a guy?
Money. Nowadays, it's money, and the reason why I say it like that is because I've been approached a couple of times in the last few days, and a guy is just like, what do I need to do? What do you need me to do? What do you need me to do? I don't need you to do a damn thing for me. I want you to want to do something for me, and whatever that is, may be it. But I want you to want to do something for me, because at the end of the day, when you want to do something for me, I'm gonna want you.
And when you say money, how much money do he has to have?
I didn't play the whole hold me down till we straight game, so I'm really not into. I'm not really into that type of hype right now. So I need you to be secure. I need some figures on your account. I need you to be confident in what it is that you're doing, because I'm not a materialistic person. Like, I'm not telling you need like fucking $1 million in your bank account or anything like that. But at the end of the day, if I want to go and get a pair of shoes, if I want to go and pick out, freaking candles, I don't want to hear no fussing or nothing about things like that. Guys, the ones that be complaining about it, the ones that be fussing about it, oh, damn, you spent this and damn, you did that. For one, you never really wanted to do it. And then two, you mad about your money. And if that's the case, baby, there's more out here in the world. Go get it. Go get some more.
Right. Okay, let me ask you this. Okay. Physical appearance. What is a physical appearance you're attracted to?
I am attracted to really nice eyes, preferably brown, sometimes hazel. I am attracted to a really nice smile and confidence. Insecurities are such a turn off. Physically, I like a man to be tall.
Taller than you? How, like, you 5'1", so like, what about he 5'6",
yeah,
like my height?
I mean, but I have come across like my son's father. He's like 5'9", 5'10", or whatever like that, which is pretty tall for me or whatever like that. But it's something about them 6'1" through 6'6" motherfuckers. I mean, come on, come here. Let me climb you.
Right.
Let me climb you real quick. I'll make a jungle gym set out of you.
So basically, you like guys over 6 feet, is what you say?
I do.
Okay. And you say you got to have about, how much money does a guy got to make to be with you? Or to marry you? Do you plan on being married one day?
Yes, I do plan on being married one day. Whenever somebody decides that, they won't put up with me for a while.
Why would you get back with your son's father?
Me and my son's father, which, we're cool, but we were messing around and got pregnant. I was young. It was, spirit of the moment thing. We grew to love each other through having our son and whatnot like that.
Wait. Also, how old you was when you got pregnant?
I was 16 at the time when I found out I was pregnant.
So your son
Like I
12?
said, we grew to love each other during the process of us having our son and whatnot like that. But ultimately, we boiled down to the fact that we just wasn't meant for a relationship like that.
Okay, hold on, wait. And how old your son is? 13 or 12?
My son will be 12 at the end of this year. I had him. I was pregnant with him while I was 16. I turned 17, and the next month later, I had him.
And how old you was again?
I was 7. I'm 28 now. I'll be 29 at the end of this year.
Okay. Is your baby father married?
No, he's not. He's not.
How far he stay away from you?
Well, we used to be about 45 minutes away, which is why I currently live in Arkansas right now. I moved here so that he and his son could have a relationship. I didn't like the fact that, we would have to be sharing him and whatnot. But anyway, we used to be about 45 minutes away. But recently, his mom, she's getting older and she required a little bit more help in the house. So he moved to Colorado to better assist his mom. And then him and my son, they're working out plans. I think they plotting on me. But they still talk every day. They still get along. And me and him, he just texted me minutes ago just to ask me how I was doing, how's my day going. Like I said, we're cool with each other. We just know
y'all
that the
can't get back together?
thing is not a thing for us.
Why y'all can't get back together? He ain't married. He ain't married now. You ain't seeing nobody seriously. Why won't y'all get back together though? Like for the sake of the child.
Have you ever ran your head into a wall before?
No.
No? Just think about it like that. If you ran your head into a wall and it hurt like a motherfucker, why would you want to run your head into a wall again?
Well, this is my thing right here. Don't you feel like that child deserves to have a mother and a father in the household who love him?
Oh, most definitely. I went through the entire emotions of us trying to make our situation, work and whatnot like that. When I first got here, we were on some, we're going to co-parent. And over the years, we were like, let's try again. But it was too much turmoil. We probably fought more than we talked to each other. And so, like, I like where we are. We have good standing where we are. I have respect for him. He has respect for me. We cope very well with our son, But, as far as a relationship, I don't see the point in us messing. Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I look at it like this: the child deserves to be with the father because it just need to be with the father. I think the father should raise the child. And you say he's 11 and he live with you full time?
Yes, he does. Now,
I think. Wait.
With that, I'd have to agree that a child deserves their father, but they also deserve to have both parents in the house.
Wait a minute though. Wait. Hold on. Do you feel like, I feel like after a certain age of 10, I feel like the child should be with the daddy. Because you raise him half his life, let the daddy raise him half his life. Don't you feel like that's fair?
Well, it's funny that you actually said that. We came across a situation recently where my son sat me down and he told me that he wanted to go and live with his dad. He felt like, him and his dad should spend more time together, especially with the fact that he was moving away and whatnot. And, I totally agree. I'm not against my son going to live with his father or anything like that. But with everything that my son's father has going on with his mom and him not being a full-time parent all the time, that's a big adjustment for a person. And I don't say that in a disrespectful manner. I say that like completely understanding. He hasn't had to take my son to the doctor. He hasn't had to do parent-teacher conferences, school notices.
Well, he got to learn. Wait.
And things like that.
Wait. He got to learn to do that, though. He got to learn to do that. You got to give him a chance.
Well, hold on. Let me finish. Like I said, he has not had to do any of those things full time. He was able to sleep peacefully at night, knowing that his son was taken very well care of because he didn't have to take care of those things. I took care of them with no problem, no hesitation. So when they talked about him going to live with his dad full time or whatever like that, me and his dad had a conversation that I think personally that we should start with things like visitation. So this summer, he's going to go to his dad's house. He's going to be with him all summer. We're going to get to holidays. We're going to rotate some holidays out and just kind of let him work his way into it, getting into the habit of having him around a little bit more often.
Wait. I see what you're saying, though, but I look at it like it's kind of like he got to take turns to see his own son that he helped procreate with. And I look at it like this fairness. I feel like the boy should be with the man, because only the man can help the boy raise the boy. Because you already had him a
That's a
significant.
way. That's a way for you to look at it. And again, when you started your statement, you said, "I feel." That is okay that you feel that way. I am not trying to make him take turns in seeing his child. I live in a whole nother state so that he could have seen his child as much as he wanted to. So there's no foul play in there. I'm not trying to keep them apart. I'm only being rational about the fact that I know how my son needs how he needs full attention for everything that he has going on with him. He's ADHD. He suffers with anxiety, social anxiety, very crippling social anxiety. So I know how my son functions very well, and I want his dad to be prepared for those things. He's going to learn them over this time, and we agreed that that was a good thing for him because he had a lot on his plate at the time. There is no quarrels. There's no bad blood there. We agreed that the getting used to him being around more often was something that he needed. Me telling him about how his doctor's appointments and how school is, explaining all of these things to him, which we are doing. You know, he agreed that these are things that we need. If I called him right now, I can get him to verify that this is something that we agreed on. I'm not trying to keep him from his son. I would never want to do that because I am a child that has been raised without my father, and he didn't come home until almost 20 years later into my life.
But wait, let me say this. Let me say this right here. Wait, you said you was born without having both parents in your household too, right?
Yes.
Do you feel like that's just as bad, the same thing with your son right now? That y'all both he in the middle of this. But I mean, I ain't judging your situation. But my thing is this right here though. When people always say, you know, well, when women talk about their baby father, well, you know, it's like it was too hard, it was toxic, whatever the case may be. Yeah, that's fine and whatnot. But what makes you think the next relationship you get with ain't gonna be toxic as the last one?
Well, with that being said, actually, the relationship that I did procreate after me and my son's father stopped talking, it was absolutely worse than talking to my son's father, which is why I'm very well kept to myself. I went through a terrible domestic violence relationship. It was
You need to
very
get therapy.
awful. I'm sorry?
You need to get therapy.
I don't appreciate you telling me that I need to get therapy, but I am.
What's wrong with get therapy? What's wrong with
First off, there's nothing wrong with therapy. I take care of myself, and I do see a therapist. But for you to just tell me you need to get therapy, you probably should work on your approach on that next time.
No, you should get therapy. You should get therapy. If you've been through something that dramatic or traumatic, you need to get therapy. There's no other way to say it. That's another thing with ladies. But let me ask you this though. Why is women or ladies is so mad about somebody's delivery? Does it really matter the delivery, or is it really the message that should you be concerned about?
For me, I'm not going to generalize women, but for me right now, it was the delivery. It was not the message. There is nothing wrong with your message. It's just the delivery of things. And again, I'm not generalizing how women feel about that. Some people feel like it's the message. Some people feel like it's the delivery. For me, in that particular moment, it was the delivery of your message. I was talking to you and you interrupted me and then said I need therapy. So therefore, I was not very pleased with that. So again, the relationship that I procreate after my son's father, I did not have a great time with that. That was a very awful year of my life. I am doing much better nowadays. I do have therapy, and my son also has therapy from something like that too. So I don't need the you need therapy talk. I'm doing well in that department, and again, this is why I stick to myself. I'm good with being with myself right now, learning more about me, because at the end of the day, being in these relationships with these people that I realized that did not work, it helped me learn that I need to learn more about me and take better care of me. And I'm doing just that, and I'm happy with me. Okay. I'm completely happy with me. I'm happy with the mother that I am. Mm-hmm. I'm completely happy with the things that I do, and I'm happy that I can talk about it without a problem.
Okay. Hey, listen, man, you know, we agree to disagree on that. You know, I got a couple more to wrap it up before I let you go. A couple more. I was about to say something just now. What is the possibility of you finding this man, though? Do you want to date a man with kids?
I don't mind that a man has kids.
Because a lot of single mothers or baby mothers, or whatever the case may be, they don't even want to date men with kids nowadays, which is ridiculous to me. It sounds ludicrous, but you said you don't mind.
I don't mind to date a man with children, but I think that's the reason why a lot of women go through the I don't want to date a man with children, because then there comes baby mama drama. But if this man has his thing in shape and him and the mom is fine and the children are fine, like there's no problem with me.
How many kids he got to have? What is the max number of kids?
I do not have a preference on that right now.
Okay. What age do you see yourself being married?
I don't know, because I don't think about me getting married right now. I think about me growing my business and putting up generational wealth for my son and taking care of him and his future children and whatnot.
How are you
focused on being married right now? I'm focused on bettering me.
Wait. How are you building generational wealth?
Again, like I said, I'm focused on me and building my business so that I can build generational wealth for my son.
I'm not trying to be funny. What is your business? Is like, what?
I am in the beauty industry. I do hair and I do nails. I did go to school for it, and I also make crafts like photo collages, decorative letters, and so far on. The name of my nail tech business is Keep It Simple Sis. You can find it on Instagram and Facebook.
Okay. Do you work a 9 to 5 or you just do this right here?
I do this. This is what I do.
Okay. Do you make about $80,000 a year? What you doing?
I care not to disclose.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say this right here though. I feel like a lot of people, especially black people, because we are the last to get married and the least to get married and the most to get divorced. If you don't make at least $100,000 a year or more from age 35 to 65, and put in money for retirement, you're going to need to get married or you're going to work till you die.
I'd have to agree with you on that.
Do you know how much money it takes to retire?
No. And I wouldn't want to think about that because I don't want to retire from something that I like to do. So.
Well, I know I understand what you're saying. You don't want to, because I see what you're saying. But how much you think you need to retire off to live comfortably from 65 to 85?
I'm not gonna lie. For me, comfortably, I need a couple million put up for that. I've seen most people, like I've heard of grandparents and whatnot. They have like $50,000, $100,000 maybe. So I mean, I grew up in low poverty areas where people just get their Social Security check and that's it. They can't get nothing else. They ain't got nothing else on.
They struggling. They are struggling.
They are struggling. Yes, they are struggling. And so for me personally, appropriately, I need some millions.
Let me break this down for you.
Turn around and say I'm not working no more.
Okay, let me break this down for you. Try to break it down right quick. I ain't want to keep the show too long, but you have to have at least over $2 million in your retirement. You can't save your way. You can't save your way to $2 million. You have to invest that some way down the line. Yes. You have to invest it. There's no way in hell you can save that unless you're making 100,000, 150, or over 6 figures a year. That means you can save that. But if not, you can't save that. And there's another thing too, by the way. I respect your entrepreneurship, but you realize if you don't work a 9 to 5 or a job, you're not putting up money for Social Security at the end of life. You know that, right? You have to put in money for Social Security.
I am aware. I appreciate you giving me such advice.
So that's just something to think about because, especially a woman, you're a woman too. So when you get older, it costs a lot more money when you get older and expensive. And only, by the way, Social Security is only $1,500 a month. So when your health is not in line and you ain't got nobody, that's why I say a lot of people have to get married because, hey, if you ain't making that kind of money, that is what you have to do. So
it sounds like what you were talking about is a fail-safe plan. But I understand your point of view, and I see where you're coming from. But to each his own. Everybody, they have their opinions and their thoughts on how they believe life should go as far as retirement and marriage and things like that. I may have different views that you just don't quite agree with, and that's okay. It just means we're different. That don't mean there's nothing wrong with it.
That's it. I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm just saying, I don't want you to go. That's the reason I interrupt, because I don't want you to go too long, because I'm trying to, answer my questions for the show or whatever. So
Yeah, I got you.
yeah, so it's like, yeah. But I'm not saying that I'm right or I'm wrong. But, this is what the statistics say. This ain't my opinion, though. So you can always look what up I'm saying if you think I'm bullshit. Jay Reed bullshit. So.
No, I never call bullshit on it. Like I said, I understand. I see your point. I got it.
But why do you feel like people can't get the love like our grandparents had? That love that our grandparents had, get married for 40, 50, 60 years. Or why can't that love come into place anymore?
Because, like I said in the beginning of our conversation, you have to establish trust and loyalty between your partner, between you and your partner, not your wife, not your husband, not you and your best friend, or nothing like that. Between you and your partner. Once you form that, once you got that understanding, the love, the happiness, all of that follows suit behind it, because you know for a shadow of a doubt this person is not, gonna mess over you. It's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna do anything for you, because at the end of the day, y'all got some trust between each other and y'all got loyalty. And I feel like people these days, they don't know what that is. So that's why you seeing turnaround marriages and divorces that's happening in 6 months. People leaving their husband and marrying other people within a day or so. Like I see it all the time. I mean, it's just they don't have those boundaries, which are simple to me. They're simple boundaries. And if it's a person that you can't trust or be loyal to, then you shouldn't be talking to that person. You shouldn't be with that person.
Okay. I see what you're saying. But okay, and do you want to have more kids in the future?
I think that if I was with the right man and married, I think that I would consider giving him another child. Me personally, I think with me being by myself, I don't want to be pregnant past 30. I just don't. It's tiring.
I mean, I feel like you owe that next man a baby. You already got one. But, I mean, it happened when you was young, so I ain't going to go too hard on it.
Who's to say that I owe this person a baby?
I mean, I feel like if you taking your hand in marriage, I feel like, if you want a child, that should be, a right away. Like, yeah, but that's just my opinion. But hey, teach his own. Do you want to work to pay significant bills after you do get married?
Mm-mm.
So you don't want to pay no bills?
Mm-mm.
Okay. What? I mean, I need to know that.
Just no.
Okay. No. And why do you feel that way? I'm glad you said it, because that's a good conversation right there in itself. Why don't you feel like you have to pay bills after you get pregnant again?
It's not really like why don't I feel like that? That is just what I want. I don't want to have to do that.
Okay.
Especially if you want me to have another baby. I mean, like, those, like, how guys have to. You're telling me you feel like that's the right of way. Like that's I married him, so go ahead and get that man a baby. And me, I'm saying, okay, you want a baby, you want to marry me. I don't want to work, and I don't want to pay bills. So
you want to pay no bills?
How do we go about that?
And you say you want to pay none.
I don't want to have to. I don't want it to be a necessity. I want my options. That's what I want. I want to be able to say, hey, I'm going to work because that's what I want to do, not because we need to happen. Okay,
so how much money does that man have to make a year for you to support a family? You say you want to have one more kid, right? A family.
I said I'd be willing to have one more kid.
How much? You realize the average income, with the average household income, requires 2 people to work to pay all the bills. You know that, right?
I live with just me and my son, and I do pretty good by myself. Thank you.
Okay. I mean, I'm not knocking people. I'm just saying for majority. Okay, so, interesting. Okay. Yeah. So basically, what you want, a man who's a baller type shit. Like he got to have it financially secured financially.
Yes, I do.
Would you mind dating older?
I don't mind at all.
What's the oldest you would date, you think?
The oldest I have dated is 40.
And what was that like?
Really neat, actually. I like somebody that I could learn from, too.
What about somebody in their 50s? Would you consider that? Because most men make their financial stride between 45 to 50 something. So,
again, I have no objections to that.
Okay. Facts. Who do you feel like is most likely to withhold sex from a relationship?
I really feel like, it'd be women, but it's because they have stipulations that they want met, for at least for me, But most women, they know right off the bat when they see you if they're going to fuck you or not. If the moment you open up your mouth that screws you out of the situation, you can gotta watch what you say.
So do you believe there's no way a guy can talk himself into a woman's pants?
Nah, that's bullshit. Yeah, a guy can definitely talk their way into her pants.
But what about if you're not physically? What about if the woman's not physically attractive? Don't find him physically attractive.
I don't know. I don't think that would be so. I don't think that it would be easy, but I don't think that it's not possible.
You believe a guy who you're not physically attractive can talk your way into your pants?
No, especially nowadays. Like I said, I'm not stuck up, but I'm very picky, and I like being to myself. So why settle for what I don't want?
Basically, you just want the top tier guys, and you keep getting the bottom tier guys. Is what you're saying?
Exactly.
That's what I realized, though. When women say, they're tired or whatever, they just want all the top tier guys. But the problem is the top tier guys don't want a lot of these women because they want different type of women. That's why I think the dating game is messed up, because people want what they can't have.
And you know what? You may be absolutely right. And this is why I said, again, I'm content with myself. Because I want what I want. And if you can't do that, you can't give me that, you can't be what it is that I want, not need. I don't want to need nothing. I don't want to need you to do nothing. I don't want to need you to take care of me. I don't want to need a goddamn thing, because then that means I am not self-sufficient. That means I can't take care of myself. If you die today or tomorrow, I'm fucked, because that means I can't take care of myself. I want what I want, and that's just that. It's not a thing up for debate anymore, especially as you get older in your age. When you start to realize your worth, your time, and how precious that is, and how much you have put into these relationships that you feel like you didn't get much of nothing back, which for me personally, I feel like there's always a lesson to be learned. But at the end of the day, you start to realize the things that you require for you to be functional in a relationship. For a woman to keep their bedroom spicy, for her to want to come home and cook and clean and raise kids and have more babies, you start realizing what would make you want to do these things. What would make me want to be good to a man like that? And that is what I want. I want to be secure. I want financial security. I want to feel like I don't have to do any of the things that I do now.
Okay.
I want my options.
Right.
And if you take away my options like that by telling me we get married, but you still got to work or whatever like that, well, why am I marrying you? Why are we
wait a minute. Well, that's another thing, because our grandparents back in the day, when they got married, grandma still worked or whatever at the plant, and daddy still worked at the plant or whatever. Why do nowadays women feel so entitled that they don't have to work anymore? Why is that?
It's a good thing that you pointed that out. I also remember our grandparents getting married back in the day where the wife stayed home and she took care of home, and
but
he
listen,
money.
Wait.
Wait. Okay.
Listen.
No, we gotta wait. All right.
Listen.
Okay.
Listen.
Okay.
I'm about to drop some gems on you. Do you realize society was different back then? That the cost of living was different in that time. You could get a house in the 60s for $10,000. You can't get no damn house no more for $10,000.
But with society changing, sweetheart, also the way of how you get money. People literally stay at home and do what you're doing right now and get paid to be on their doggone phone. So with that change happening, adaptation happens. And so people apparently feel so entitled to the fact that, the self-sufficiency is a must for me to go ahead and marry you. Okay, well, let's go ahead and say that that's the thing. But if I'm self-sufficient and I can take care of myself, I can be on my own, that basically all you are is a conversation and some sex, why am I marrying you?
You're supposed to marry somebody for duty. For duty?
I'm sorry?
You're supposed to marry somebody for duty, loyalty, and love.
Marriage is a legal constitution for prostitution. That's what marriage is.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a constitution, a covenant under Jesus Christ for y'all to come whole and bring together.
It's a legal constitution for prostitution, because at the end of the day, whether you want to look at it like you do or not, like I said, back in those days, you talk about how society was and men, they could buy a house for $10,000. That's great. But I guarantee you, she was at home taking care of the house because she got what she wanted out of him, which was for him to take care of her.
Listen.
And like I said, if there was no marriage in between that, that's just the same as you handing over money for pussy.
Listen to me. I let you go on your rant, but let me reel it back in. Because this sounds absurd right here. This sounds ridiculous. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself for talking this nonsense. Listen to me. Listen so you can learn something, Bree. I want you to listen very closely. Listen to me. That time in society was different where the man could tell the wife to stay home. I'm pretty sure a lot of men would love to tell you, if I had the money, if I were married, if I had money, I would want my wife not to work. Matter of fact, I would want her to have a business where we can work together, because no man want their woman working on no job, tired, and not coming home not to have sex with them and being mentally drained and physically drained. And then let me say this, by the way, too. When those women back in the day, they did work in the 30s and 40s. They worked manual physical labor jobs and still managed to home and raise a family and cook and still fulfill their man's needs. Those women did that right there. Those women did do that right there. They work physical jobs. Most women nowadays ain't even working physical jobs. They tired from working a regular 40-hour week or whatever in the office, and they're mentally drained, by the way. Listen to this. They mentally drained by working in the office, and your great grandma and them was working on fields, mowing and in the cotton fields and working, and still had to do her wife obligations and had to be a mother. They took care of all that. So these excuses right here, these are bullshit excuses. Y'all women today have way more technology and education and yet less married. But the women back then were more married. It seems like to me that these women nowadays are more trifling than the women back then. Because the women back then would say y'all are more trifling.
I mean, that's to each his own, baby. That's your opinion on that. That's how you feel. But like you just said in the beginning of your statement, if you had the money to, you would want your woman to be at home and not be on the job all day, every day. Or like you said, preferably have a business that you guys could run together. Why is that any different from me saying what it is that I want? Because that's what I want.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
That's what I want. And another thing is, with the women and how they used to be back in the day and the way society has changed and the standards or whatnot like that, you basically telling me that we need to follow the traits of how women grew and worked and become moms and they were able. You don't know how tiring that is, how exhausting that is, how mentally fucking worn out a person can be. We are fucking goddesses that walk around on the earth to bloom a family from our womb. You can't have what it is that you're looking for without me. Without me, you can't have what it is that you're looking. You can't have no kids. You can't have no family. You can't have nothing to fucking take care of in that manner without a woman. So if you're not gonna sit up here and make me feel like, or make it seem like that women should follow the standards of hard-working women and back home, you think they wanted to be on fields? You think they wanted to be?
But listen. But listen.
You out your mind if you think that those women wanted to work like that. And
no, what I'm saying is they did. Listen to me. What I'm saying, listen closely. Listen to me. The reason what I said is because what is the probability of you finding that man that can provide and do all that? The average black man. Did you realize the average black man only make about $45,000 a year?
Mm-hmm.
The average woman. I mean,
that's what you read. The standard. Go ahead.
And the average woman only makes $38,000 a year, preferably. Mm-hmm. The only jobs that pay a lot is math, engineering, technology, and science and math. Those are jobs that pay right there. So what I'm saying is you can want what you want, but what is the probability of you finding a man that can provide this luxurious lifestyle for you? That's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying right there.
That probability for me personally does not sway me either way, because at the end of the day, I'm comfortable with me. But I can take care of myself.
But why this right here? Let me ask you this one more question before I let you go. Why can't average women be satisfied being with average men? Why is that so hard? That's what I'm just trying to figure out. Why?
I don't think that there's a problem with average women being satisfied with average men. I've seen nurses that have been with doggone welders for years. I've seen teachers that have been with their county workers for years. I've seen that happen. I mean, I have friends. My friend, she works for an insurance company, and her husband works for the city. Like they have a great marriage. There's nothing wrong with them wanting those type of relationships. But again, that is what they want. You ask me, what do I want?
I was just giving you scenarios about the point that older people was working twice as harder and still managed to do it. And modern day women nowadays are drained, mentally drained from sitting in the office job for 40 plus hours, 45 hours a week. And
I worked several jobs. I was a manager of a clothing stores. I worked at Verizon Wireless all over in Louisiana, in Florida, even up here in Arkansas. I worked at a eye doctor's clinic. I've been in several fields of working. Working is not something that I'm scared of or something that I have a problem with or nothing like that. But again, you asked me what it is that I want. I want the option for me to say fuck this job. I want the option for me to stay home if I don't feel good. I want the option so I could take a mental day if I don't feel like it. But you don't get those type of things, and you can't accept those type of things if you are in the same position. I don't want to be in a position to work a 9 to 5 or help somebody else's business flourish when I can have my own business and take care of my own self and do my own bills and make myself happy, take myself out on trips, buy my own vehicles. If I can do all of those things for myself and I'm just missing some dick, that's what they got toys and shit for.
That's the problem right there. Listen, wait.
Or whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, you ask me what it is that I require for me to be somebody's wife. And at the end, like you pointed out, you said it yourself, that if you had the money, you would want your wife to be home. And I want a man to have it just like that. The probability of me finding that person, I don't know how big that is. But it does not matter to me because I am completely content with myself. And once you become completely content with yourself, this is going to stop bothering you.
Wait, you said what?
I say once you are completely content with yourself, those statistics are going to stop bothering you.
I'm just saying about
you're making the comparison between today and yesterday's women, how they are different. And you blatantly said that, today's women, including myself in that category, are trifling because we want differently than what was given to us back then. Wouldn't you want differently than what was given to you back then?
What I'm saying is this right here. We could go on and all day but what I'm saying is those women back then, they worked so much harder, and yet they had multiple jobs required of them, and yet they still managed to have wife duties, mother duties, and still managed to work physical, demanding labor jobs. And what I'm saying is today's women complain about working at an office job in a cubicle and being mentally tired. That's what I'm saying right there. That's all I'm saying. Not saying that you right, not saying I'm wrong. That was just, just a discussion, a topic that I was like, well, that make just as much sense because, those jobs were more demanding, yet those relationships were lasting longer and people were more happy. That's what I'm saying, though. But
I mean, you look at it as people being more happy, like you don't know what that relationship had to go through for them to make it the way that they did. Shit happens. Other men come home with babies. Women, they put mad money away. You don't want to talk about those things when back in the day when they was together. Your grandmama hiding a shoebox full of money under the bed from your granddaddy, and your granddaddy got the little hooker down the street that he's sleeping with, and all of a sudden she dropping the bed.
Everybody got a pass. Listen. Wait.
Stressed inside of a cubicle because they are being mentally tired is something that you should already understand and see why that's a thing. You told me when I said something about my domestic violence relationship that I need therapy. Why you don't think that those things, those traumatic ass triggers could happen inside of a cubicle, like Stockholm syndrome or overstressed because you're feeling overworked? Those things happen to a person, not just women, men too. I've seen men that's sitting inside of their doggone desk. Wait.
Listen. Wait. I let you go on. Let me finish. Let me talk. Let you go on. I've been, you know what I'm saying? Let you go on. What I'm saying is, right. What I'm saying is this right here, though. Yes, that is true. You got some points to it. But what I'm saying is that every relationship got a pass. Everybody got a pass. Nobody is perfect. But what I'm saying is back in those days, marriages in the black community was lasting longer. Based on statistics. The numbers, the math don't lie. Math don't lie. I don't care. Okay. The numbers, the relationships in the black community in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, up to about the 70s, relationship was lasting longer back then. They lasted longer. Marriages lasted longer. You had shotgun weddings. Now we just got shotgun pregnancies, and women are quick to leave, and relationships are broken homes. That is what I'm saying. But everybody has nobody's generation is perfect, is what I'm saying. But what I will say, that older generation value marriage and it value family.
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Do you have children?
I don't have any children.
Okay. Let's say, for instance, you had a daughter, right? How would you want a man to approach you about marrying your daughter? What would that man have to have in order to take your baby girl from your home and make her his wife? What would that man need?
Well, first of all, my daughter won't be my baby girl. She'll be my daughter, a grown woman. But I just want him to be, first of all, a believer in Christ, a man of God, believer in Jesus, and just a hard-working man. You know, of course, I want somebody who got a good head on his shoulder, who's ambitious, who want to do something. But as long as he's working a good 9-to-5 job or whatever the case may be, they can build together. That's the problem. I see in this generation. Not talking about you. I don't know your situation, but what I see, a lot of women don't want to build. I would want them to build together. It takes time to build together. As long as he's working a 9-to-5 and want to do something with his life and do something in a decent man, I'm not looking for if I had a daughter to marry a millionaire or make a man with 6 figures. What's the odds of that happening? That's the odds of winning, striking the lottery. But as long as she's happy with a man that love and respect her, like I do, or more, that's all that matters to me. That's how I look at it.
Okay. To each his own.
Yeah. Teachers on.
Yeah,
but I appreciate you coming by on the podcast. You got any questions you'd like to ask me before I let you go?
No, Jay, this was an actual interesting conversation. It was way more than I expected.
Yeah, man, you was great though, Bree. I definitely appreciate you. I got to have you on again in the future.